All right. Here we are for Husky Huddle. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. With me, as always, the legendary voice of the Huskies, the best of the best, the icon himself, Joe D'Ambrosia. Joe, great
Good
to see
morning,
you.
Cully. Hope you had a good weekend.
Oh, just a phenomenal weekend. I enjoyed watching some real football with Army Navy. Army Navy was fun to watch. I always
Yeah,
enjoy
it was
that game.
great.
Yeah, they actually don't get paid and play for the love of the game. So I
Don't opt
appreciate that.
out. Yeah.
Uh, so a lot to talk about with our Huskies.
Yeah.
Um, Gordon gone. TCU had a same position, offensive coordinator.
He's not gone yet,
Um,
though, right? He's still coaching the bowl game, right?
yeah, he's coaching. He's coaching a bowl game. They
Right.
worked out an agreement.
Good.
Um,
Good.
Joe is out. Skyler's out, and
Joe,
like you
who?
said, Pignano.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Skyler's out. Cam's coming back to play. The tackles
Well,
are
he's in
out,
the
like you
portal.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, I don't think any of the defensive players are coming back to play. So,
Well, I mean, it's too bad,
unfortunately,
but it's their choice, and that's how they'll be remembered is bailing out on their teammates. That's how I'll
no, I
remember them.
know, I know. Joe, they think that he is going to be like a third round draft pick, and I just, I don't know, I, I, I can't see that as being accurate. Uh, I know when you sign with Joe Linta, he's the best, and he usually is pretty upfront and honest with you. I can't see him going that high.
No, I can't either.
Um,
I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell Joe Fagnano gets picked before the sixth or seventh, or maybe the fifth round, but definitely
yeah,
later
I
in the
think
day
he's.
on Saturday.
I think he's a fifth to seventh round pick.
Yep.
Um, could he jump? I mean, people have made huge jumps. I mean, Jamarcus Russell went from like nothing to the top pick in the draft.
Where did he
I
play?
mean, well, yeah, I know, Joe. He played at LSU.
Yeah.
Joe. Listen, we beat up on Sun Belt, MAC, and Conference USA teams. That's my thing. The film against some better competition, I think, would help him. I hope he plays in the Senior Bowl
Oh, I don't think he's
because
got a snowball's chance in hell getting picked for the Senior Bowl.
no, he got picked. He got picked.
Not for the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
didn't
was
see that.
invited.
I saw Skylar Bell got picked. I didn't see
Yeah, Joe.
Fagnano get picked.
Joe did well according to people. Yeah, he was picked to
Yeah, I know who
play,
you're talking to. Yeah, well, we'll see.
but
I haven't seen.
but
Don't you think the school would have posted that if he had gotten picked?
I would hope
Posted it when
so.
they posted it when Skylar got picked.
Yeah, yeah. Um, he also was invited to the East West Shrine game too. So I maybe they didn't post it because he hasn't decided about playing, or they don't know which one he's going to play in. I don't know. I but I mean he needs that experience against top competition. He needs that experience with NFL coaches, and it would not be smart to pass that up. And I don't
Well,
think
I
Joe
don't think he's
Linta
going to
would give
pass
him
that
that
up,
advice.
which is why he's not. He doesn't want to bruise his body against Arby.
No, I agree with that. I mean, he was getting hammered on social media Saturday, and I was defending him because,
Why?
um, well, playing behind a patchwork offensive line where you have two, maybe three out of the five starters, and the tackles are sadly the most important positions. Being very concerned for his health. You don't have your running backs. You have Cam, Rosa, um, and Mel are out. I do think Rose is playing though. I did see him at practice. They have the tight ends. They have good tight ends that are playing. And defensively, it's just a mess. It's just we're going to be like North Carolina last year, and it's going to
Yeah,
be a
it's going to be
skeleton.
embarrassing. It's going to be
Yeah,
embarrassing, and what it's going to do is it's people who don't understand the situation are going to say, "Well, UConn got to 9-3 because they played a crap schedule," which is
well,
which is the
they did
absolute
get that in 3B.
which is the absolute bottom line, uh,
Yeah,
truth.
yep, yeah, 100%. I know that they were banking on them wanting that 10th win to entice them to stay and play in the bowl game. And obviously financially it's a big impact. What they get bonus wise, what they get for playing in the game, what they get for winning the game is significant. So they thought obviously that would make a difference, an impact, and it really didn't have the desired effect. But I did a show with Hanson, and they have been through just a tumultuous 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, your coach leaves 2 days after your last game, and all hell breaks loose. And everyone's in the portal, and guys, they vote, and 50% of the team doesn't want to play in the bowl game. That was a huge issue, and that was ultimately why Joe didn't want to play. He didn't want to play with guys not being all in. He felt so that
Well,
was
you know what? That's all well and good, but if you're practicing, you're all in. If you come back and show up and you're practicing, you're on. By the way, I'm looking at a 7 round draft pick, and you know what name I don't see?
Joe. Yeah, I know he's
Joe
not
Fignano.
projected. He's projected as a free agent. Yeah, no, I
That's
I,
all.
I know that
I mean,
he's.
so
I know what he's projected as.
yeah.
I know exactly what he's projected as. I know what they think. So that's the misconception. I know they believe that he can rise above this and be better, and it's a poor quarterback class. Um, I talked to people that I know, coaches. There's two coaches and someone that works in the scouting department, a front office role, who evaluated him and said that he is very raw, has a lot of work to
Hey, I
do.
have to step out for 1 second. Can you just give me a second? There's an important
Mm-hmm.
call I got to take. So give me a second.
Of course. Yeah. So next year, that is going to be the test of the test. Lafayette, Maryland, North Carolina, Miami of Ohio, the Cuse, Temple, then the bye, then UMass. So realistically, Lafayette should be a win. Maryland, North Carolina, If we can get 1 out of 2, that would be great. Miami of Ohio, we should defeat. Syracuse, I think we're going to have them at home. We should defeat. Temple, we should defeat, even though they've been very good. UMass, we should defeat. It's going to be different going to Air Force. Duke, James Madison, Old Dominion. Old Dominion's very good. James Madison's in the playoffs, and then at Wyoming. So next year could be a 6-6 season, so to speak. Just very disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh, you're out. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But the bowl game, watching Army, watching, I watched their offense, I watched their defense. With Hassan Farrar playing and Evers playing, I think Gordon can put together a game plan to do some things. Receiver wise, we have 45,000 different receivers. Unfortunately, Skylar Bell had all the catches, but Romello Murphy, Shamar Porter, they're talented. They can play. I'm not concerned about them. I think we can use bigger sets, bigger formations, go with the tight ends, and take advantage of our size and pound the ball. That is going to make the difference against Army. We should be able to dominate them up front.
Thanks for that. Appreciate that.
No problem. No, I was just saying that against Army, playing with Hassan Farrar at quarterback, he's the number 2. And
you don't think it'll be Evers?
It's not Evers, from what I've been told. No.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be part of the game plan because you're going in with a true freshman. So I don't know that. I don't know how what they're going to do. I think Gordon can put together a good enough game plan to feature him. You can do more with him. He's a dual threat quarterback, so he can run a little bit more. He's a better runner. He's a better pure runner than Evers, and a more polished passer. But again, he's a freshman. He's raw. He's never been in this situation. I probably would have gone with Evers. I just know that they may not have as much confidence in him because of the season.
Gee, what would give him that? Gee, why would they not have any confidence?
But they have Romello Murphy and Shamar Porter who can play. They have a million receivers, and they're very deep at receiver. Chris Parker, the transfer. I think they have enough guys. I don't know if Nider's playing in the bowl game or not. But I think they have enough guys, and I think they can do some things up front to take advantage. They're playing with tackles that are inexperienced, but they do have size, and they are quote unquote maulers. I mean, they're big physical guys. They just have to play.
You would think if Edwards is going to play and Rose is going to play, that the odds are that they'd be a heavy ground team.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
that they would run the ball an awful lot. So
yeah, exactly.
You would think that they would be running dominant. So, in that case, all you need is the quarterback to make a couple of throws Now, is he a dual threat? I know nothing about this.
Yeah, he's
I
a he's
I
he's
wouldn't
a
know
yeah
if he
he's a,
walked in my house.
yeah he was the Virginia State Player of the Year. He was
Okay.
one of Moore's
All
biggest
right.
recruits last year. He's very good. I've seen him on film. I mean, he's excellent. Yeah, I think that's the one way they can take advantage of Army. From what I saw against Navy, you know, they can run the ball on him. I mean, Navy pounded him pretty good. So I think even with second teamers, third teamers, you know, we still have Wes Ho. I believe Ty Chan is going to jump out and play one of the other tackles because they have more depth at guard. So Ty will be a tackle. They'll have someone else at guard. And then the other tackle is the guy who's new, hasn't played, and is a big mauler. But my concern is more defensively.
Well,
We
that's
gave
going to
up.
be a real issue.
Yeah, I mean, we've given up like 200 yards a game rushing. We gave up 700 yards against Florida Atlantic. So I worry about us being able to stop Army with a skeleton crew.
Yeah, I think
That's going
that's
to
a real
be
issue.
yeah.
I
I mean,
think
the
that's.
Army.
Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
listen, Army. I watched them. They ran really the same 4 run plays all game, and they had success early on, and then Navy adjusted, and that's what
Now, is
changed
the D
everything.
coordinator still here? Or did he bail to Mississippi
Brock
State
is
already?
staying. Yes,
Okay,
Brock
good,
is staying. Oh,
good.
okay. Schumann's coming on. That's why he put his QR
QR
code.
code.
Yes, so you can donate to the Schumann Fund.
By the way,
It's
now that
the
Schumann's here, I'm looking at a site called PFSN that has a 7-round mock. They've got. Did you know Skylar was 24 years old?
No, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. I know he's a
Skylar,
3-time.
they have Skylar going 2nd round, 42nd pick to the Falcons.
That's how I
And
figured day 1, day 2.
yeah, well, he's not going. 1st round is just day 1, so he's not as good as he
No,
is, unless somebody's got, unless somebody's
By the way,
itching
Steve,
for him.
this is not the Schumann Fund. This is a software program. That's the QR code.
Dave, it's called a
Oh.
joke. It's called a joke.
You know,
All right, boys.
all jokes have
called-
a level of truth in them.
It's called
All
a
right,
joke.
boys.
It's called a joke.
All right, boys.
Yes.
Let's stick to football here. I'm trying to be the peacemaker, which is rare.
Uh,
I didn't see your boy Fignano mentioned in this 7-round mock draft. I saw a bunch of quarterbacks. They had 3 quarterbacks in the top 4 because they were predicting some trades. But
Right.
I saw Morawski as a 5th-round pick, or 7th-round pick, and I saw
Yep.
Honig as a 7th-round pick. But I
Yep.
did
as
not.
he's probably as a tackle. So Honig will go as a
No,
tackle. He's not-
Honig's a center. No, he's a starting center.
No,
Oh,
Honig's the tight
Honig,
end.
the tight end.
No. Oh, Alex Honig.
Oh, is the
Honig.
center.
Honig.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Honig. Yeah, Honig.
I thought
I'm
you
He's
were-
sorry.
going to go as a tackle.
They have him going to the Bills. He can play with Vandermark with the
Yeah.
Bills.
The Fignano is listed as a high PFA.
Yep.
And Skylar Bell is like 5th or 7th round guy.
Who?
Skylar Bell is listed as a 5th
Really?
or 7th round guy right now.
This
As
Not 7. He's not listed as a 7th round guy.
5th through 7th round guy. Yeah, that's what he's currently listed.
Where
This
did you
has
see that?
Morawski. This has Morawski going to the Colts in the 7th round. So
Where does it have Skylar Bell going? Where?
2nd round
Second
Yeah,
round?
to the
Yeah,
Falcons.
Skylar Bell.
Who has that? Who has Skylar Bell as the second round?
This is PFSN, ProFootballNetwork.com.
Oh, I don't know.
If
What that is.
Skylar Bell was going to
No,
go
listen,
that
I'm
way,
curious what
he could be
PFF
the
has. I'm curious what Pro Football Focus has him as. Let's do Pro Football Focus has him as, because that's the best. That's the most accurate to pay to get the information.
I don't think
Well,
he'd
none of
hold
them,
out of
let's
the
be
bowl
honest,
game.
at the end of the day, none of them are accurate. So
No, but the not no, but you
changes.
can a guy that's like Skylar Bell who's rising up. That I think you might have more of a better understanding as to what might happen. NFL Draft 2026 big board.
I don't think he would hold out of the bowl game if he was going to be
Nano
that.
is.
Yeah, because he believes he's going in the third round.
okay, that's good. I believe I'm going to grow hair.
Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell has a PFF has Skylar Bell as 85 PFF rank, which would be third round.
Right.
Maybe was it? Yeah, third round. That's pretty good. Yeah, maybe
That's
I'm
great.
wrong here. That's pretty good.
I think
That's PFF. PFF is this is my opinion, but they have a lot of data guys working on it. That's probably a fair assessment of where he is. He's rated as the 39th. The season grade is the 39th rated receiver in the country. That obviously includes all classes. His draft thing is 85. They only graded 2 of his games so far.
Right.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Wait, I have to unlock that. I thought I paid for PFF. Let me see if I am missing something. Oh, okay. I guess well, let's resubscribing so we can get the good info we need here.
Well, look, here's the bottom.
He's rated 39th. I mean, that's the season. That's really good, and the fact that he's 85, according to
you think
is
the
really
39th receiver is good?
No, 39th overall in the country, all ages, all
positions?
ages, all grades. No, wide receiver overall, all grades.
Okay.
There's only going to be right because most of these guys are not obviously coming out. You got younger guys too. I think it's very good because you're gonna. But yeah, 85. That's pretty. I just want to make sure that's not 85. Yeah, 85. They have him as 85. That means he's going to go in could go in the third round.
That would be great.
I think he'll go in the second round. I think
now 24 for a receiver is kind of old. Though.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know he was that old. I didn't know he was that.
What makes you think he's? I think everything will predicate on how well he does. He'll obviously be in the NFL Combine with that ranking.
Yes.
So everything will be on what
he's got to run.
What he runs.
That's how fast he runs.
I'm curious what Fagnano, if I could.
He's an undrafted free agent.
He's not even on the big board in here.
No, nowhere.
Who's the other guy? Morawski, you said?
Morawski. Murawski.
I thought West.
He's not on the big board. He's not on the big board either. So the big board probably only goes up to a certain round, a number of guys.
Right.
Let me see how far it goes. You know what? Big board goes to 481, which means there's 200 guys that aren't going to be drafted on the big board here. So I mean, maybe let's see. We got QB. So doesn't mean that. I guess it doesn't mean that that's because Fernando Mendoza overall PFF has him rated as number 7, but obviously he's going to go 1 or 2, right? Because of
Well,
his
it depends.
position.
If the Giants are number 1 pick, then they'll trade to somebody who needs it. What I'm looking at, they've got this makes no sense. Explain. Oh, maybe it does. This says the Rams are going to trade with the Giants. I'm on PFF and draft Mendoza 1. Obviously, is the successor to Stafford. Then it's got the Raiders at 2 trading for Dante Moore, the Oregon quarterback, and it's got Ty Simpson round 3 to the Browns. Well, because the Browns need more quarterbacks. That makes sense. So,
yeah, I
that
know
part
that
I don't know. Like it's hard to. I think it's hard to figure out who's going to trade what, but they do have a lot of guys. They have a lot of. I mean, that's a pretty big scouting org, like much bigger than most of these scouting organizations. You know what I mean, staff wise. So I think they just have probably more resources from that time. But it's interesting the QB thing because here's who's listed ahead, like who's listed at QB.
It's not a great QB class.
No, Mendoza, Moore, Simpson, Sellers, Maiva from South Carolina. I mean from USC, Nussmeier, Sorsby from Cincinnati, Mateer,
from
Klubnik,
South Carolina. Yep.
Beck's got to be in there, right?
Beck is one listed. Oh, PFF has him as the 147th player. Doesn't mean that he's going to go there. He might go high. He's probably going to go higher in draft.
Right,
but that's what he is like all the players together, like their rating.
Yeah.
Chambliss from Ole Miss. Mensa from Duke, who actually Pagano outplayed, I thought.
He did.
He
did.
So,
he did
I mean,
yeah.
But how many quarterbacks go per draft would be the question. Then it goes Hoover, then Prabula from Ole Miss, who's pretty good. Daniels, who's more of a runner from Kansas. Nico Amalahueva from UCLA. Pavia at 2. I forgot it's got to be rated higher than probably around where Pavia is my guess. Just because Pavia's size.
Pavia looked like a small person out there at the Heisman.
Well, he looked like a really small person when he tweeted after the.
That was idiot, dude. Why is he doing that stuff?
He's
all
a
right.
kid.
So last year,
he's not a kid. He's like 40 years old, Pavia. He's not a kid.
Grow up. So last year, according to AI, no, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that.
The F Indiana thing? That's ridiculous.
And F the media? Come on. F the
you did that too? I didn't see that. Yeah.
I voted, and I voted him third.
He
said F the voters.
Who was second, by the way? Who did you have as second?
I had the kid. I like the kid from Ohio State. I like.
But Jeremiah Smith, is that who you're talking about?
No, this quarterback, Salen.
I
had Mendoza, Salen, and Pavia.
Oh, Salen, yeah.
I didn't vote for the Notre Dame kid out of spite. So
I agree with that.
So last
the running back, is that who was up?
Yeah, Jeremiah Love. Yeah. So 2024, 14 quarterbacks were picked. 2025, 14 quarterbacks were picked. He's not getting picked.
According to this, I'm in 8. Like, even if we said he's even with Pavia as far as Mensa is 13, Hoover is 14, Prabula is 15, Daniels is 16, Amalahueva is 17, Pavia is 18.
Yeah.
So I mean, if let's say he's somewhere between Mensa and Pavia, that you are right on you're probably a PFA.
Yeah.
But they don't have him rated there, PFF. But let's say he moved up for whatever reason. Like right now, he's in like in the
stratosphere.
My question is, I want to see if there's it does give you sort by college. I wonder if UConn has any other players. You know what I mean?
Why are we even playing in this bowl? Well, Chris, unfortunately, we kind of have to at this point. It's too late for us to opt out. There's less than 2 weeks. They would not be able to get a replacement, and we would be fined enormously. if for some
Connecticut.
reason we did not play.
Connecticut has two guys in the but one of them is going back to college, I'm assuming. They have two guys that are rated as in PFF's rating thing. Skylar Bell and Mel Brown.
Wow.
Mel Brown's
Mel-
319, which is, a PFF, a PFA. But he's in a portal though, right? Mel Brown.
He's going back. Yeah.
So he's got it.
Hey,
But you
by
know
the
why
way-
Mel Brown is rated? Because he's fast. He's super fast.
Right.
So
By the way,
he's
Steve,
smart.
I'm looking at the 2026 Senior Bowl accepted invites. Fagnano's not on there.
Yeah, he hasn't accepted.
I think
his
invitation. Is he? I thought he might be playing in East West Shrine. No, or
He-
maybe
he,
I'm wrong.
allegedly was invited to both, and was deciding on what to play in, if to play in one. So
Okay,
from what I was told, I
he's deciding whether to play at all.
yeah.
Well, I'm also looking at their list of the Senior Bowl top 300,
To play
and Brown and Skylar Bell are on that list, and Johnny Unitas is not. So
yeah. I agree. I thought the Senior Bowl would be a bit of a reach. The Shrine game, maybe that's normally the lower level picks, but if he had the opportunity to play in something, there would be no point to pull out of the bowl game if you weren't playing in one of these bowls.
here's the quarterbacks who have already accepted invites to the Senior
Agreed.
Bowl.
I agree with you, Steve. That's 100% correct.
Yeah. Talon Green from Arkansas.
I'm sorry.
Don't know him. Sawyer Robertson from Baylor. Don't know him.
This is
Wow.
the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't see anybody else. So maybe he is. I mean, maybe there's a chance. But I don't see him as a Senior Bowl invitee. So hey, look. You know what? The kid made the young man. I'm not going to call him a kid because he's 24, going on 25. Young man made his decision. Now he's got to stay with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so Chris D, you're so far up your ass, you have no idea what you're talking about. UConn sitting out their players is not the same as North Carolina. Well, first off, it's not UConn sitting out
UConn's not sitting them out. They're opting out.
sitting out their players. We're trying to get into a conference. They're already in one. No, you're so misguided here. It's laughable.
North Carolina, yeah. I mean, it's a similar situation because of the coaching change. Guys were in the portal. Guys didn't want to play. They were 6-6. They had no desire to be at Fenway. And yeah, I mean, a good performance from us would be great to have on our resume.
But if you beat Army in a bowl game, that's not helping you get in a conference. That's
it's
misguided thinking.
No, it's not. It's not doing anything. All it is, you're getting your 10th win, and it would be the most they've ever had at the FBS level. But again, with the kids they have, I mean, if they're going in with 60 kids, 70 kids, I don't know, but it's going to be patchwork. I love that Ty Chan stepped up to play tackle because of what they lost. I think that's great for him. I think that.
So I see a thing where Fagnano accepted a bid to play in the American Bowl, whatever that is.
Who did?
Wow.
Fagnano.
The American
American Bowl.
I have to say that actually stumps me. I'm actually stumped.
It's also showcasing Figiano and Bell to people who actually own television, you dopes.
The American Bowl.
Of course.
Oh, wow, this is new.
There.
The American Bowl is being played. It's a new bowl.
Lakeland, Florida.
It's going to be on the
Florida,
NFL.
January.
Oh, the NFL Network. You know what? They did this a couple of years back. It was actually they used to be. Yes, this is actually a good bowl game. It's a good bowl game. That's a late round free agent bowl game. Probably a free agent bowl game.
I'm sure it is.
He's one of two quarterbacks so far who have accepted to go there. The other is some kid from Miami in Ohio who's also in his 7th year.
Yeah, so opting out of the bowl game then is ludicrous to me. I mean, I get being worried about your health. Yeah, it is. You're the leader. I mean, what reason do you have? You need more. You need as much film as you can get,
right?
If you want to move up.
Well, you can play. You can play in the bowl game and still go to this American Bowl. I mean,
exactly.
Let me ask you this. Let me bring up the ugly 5-letter. Again, can you get his thing off there? I don't want to see from him. I don't want to see him. Christy, please. You've exposed yourself. So let me bring up the ugly 5-letter word.
He exposed himself. No, please no.
Let me bring up the ugly 5-letter word. Money.
Yeah.
How much of this is about these kids want money to play in this bowl game?
Probably
they are getting money. They get a bonus for qualifying for a bowl. They get paid for playing in a bowl. They get a bonus if they win the bowl. So there's a lot of money to be had. I just think that they don't care about it.
But it's got to be chump change. You can't be giving a kid $5,000 if he wins a bowl game, right? Or can you?
I mean, they're getting a considerable amount for playing, and if they win, it would be it would not be like $500. It would be six figures. Yes.
6 figures.
Wait, someone wants 6 figures?
5 figures. 5 figures. Sorry, 5 figures. Yes.
I find that's. I mean, I'm not calling you out here, but if you're paying somebody $10,000 to win the Fenway Bowl, we got to change this whole system because that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. I mean, that was the agreed upon, for making a bowl game. Depending on what I don't know if it depended on what it was, but they get money for it. I subscribe to Storage Central and they still haven't said anything to sit out. Are they keeping it a secret? No, Store Central tries to promote the good, I guess, and they don't want to.
It's not their and Danielle, that's a good question, but it's not their. It's the kids themselves, and then the media finds out, and then they report on it.
Right.
That's just the way it works. It's not Store Central is an arm more or less of the university. So they don't want people to know. And here's the bottom line, boys.
That's going to prevent people from going to the game.
Well, no, yes, that's true. But we don't know how many of these kids are actually going to sit out. We know Fignano and we know Bell, but we don't know if any of these other kids who are going to go in the portal are going to sit out. We don't know if Rose is going to sit out. We don't know if the running back Edwards is going to sit out. We don't know if any
Edwards is playing. Edwards was announced that he was playing. So
well, good for him. I have more respect for him now.
I do. I mean, he is a beast. He's a badass. I'm happy he's playing. And like I said, I agree with you, Joe. For us to win this game, we have to be heavy run, limit the passing game. We do have we have 3 decent receivers. I don't know if Nider's playing or not, But we have two good tight ends that we can feature. So there's a lot we can do. It just depends. Can we all agree this sucks? Yeah, it does suck. But this is the hand we were dealt. This is the hand teams are dealt when their coach leaves. This is what's going to happen every time. Kids go. They transfer. They don't want to stay around. They don't know who the next coach, if they're going to fit in. If there's somebody that they're wanting.
I think the real interesting thing is to see how many of these kids take the direct flight from Stores to Colorado State and follow
a lot of them.
Yeah.
And follow
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
I'm gonna squeal on the poachers.
Yeah. No, I mean he's
well, that unfortunately was all bullshit.
Well, of course
he's already. I mean, he's going to take Nider. He's probably going to take Mel Brown.
Could he take
I don't know
Edwards?
if I'd want. Yeah, I think you would take Edwards, but I think Edwards would get something else. But I was trying to tell Dave, running backs are a dime a dozen. Like I can't see anyone shelling out big money to get Cam Edwards or Mel Brown. I mean, they may get more than what they're getting at UConn, but they may not get what they believe that they're going to get. And Skyler was in the portal last year during the bowl game. He ended up coming back. I mean, they could work something out and get Cam back. I don't know.
Let me ask you both a question. Let me ask you both a question. What do you think Cam Edwards makes? What do you think Skyler Bell makes from UConn?
I pretty much know. I mean, they're six-figure guys.
6 figures?
Yeah.
If you've got $20 million, well, this is not coming. We don't
spend. I mean, we barely would spend, I would say, $1 million on the whole team. From what I
guys to play the schedule that UConn played.
Yeah. Well, Skyler Bell
after Danielle.
Skyler Bell had the opportunity to go to Michigan, and he passed it up for more money. So I mean, he came back. I know they gave him a raise. I know that we don't pay close. I mean, most teams are spending $15 million on football alone. We're probably $1 million, hopefully, maybe $2 million. I hope that goes up. But realistically, I don't know how it can. I mean,
you got to get the rich people to pony up. Whoever's ponying up the 6 figures for Skyler Bell and Cam Edwards is going to have to pony. And here's the thing, I think, to be honest with you boys, which is why we say this is unsustainable. At some point, these people aren't going to want to spend this. The people can't keep spending
year after year. No.
Yeah, somebody's not going to spend $200,000 10 years in a row to watch a kid run at Rentschler against the schedule that UConn played last year.
Well, I'll tell you where it's going to go. I mean, Utah's already set the stage for this. And by the way, their coach left shortly after it.
Yeah, Kyle Whittingham.
It's going to go to that whole private. Yeah, I mean, whether people like it or not, it's inevitable. How else? And this is my opinion, obviously. How else is it going to be sustainable if it doesn't go to private equity? There's, just everything I know in business, and there's no way that the individuals. There's going to come a point where individuals, even billionaires, may get bored with donating all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They might get bored with it, right? And look, Indiana is a good example of this. Okay, if they win and they accomplish everything that they set out to accomplish, John Cougar Mellencamp, who sits up there every single game, will finally be, get what he has been hoping for 30 years of watching Indiana games. He's a diehard. He'll stay there. He'll always give some level of money. Mark Cuban will have accomplished his goal also in his donations, right, of helping Indiana's program if they get to the mountaintop. All right. Now the goal is how long do they want to continue to contribute to sustain that success, these guys, and they're just part of it, but those are two higher profile Indiana donors, right? And I'm sure you have other people, but obviously Mark Cuban's a multi-billionaire, right? So it doesn't make sense business wise because there's a loss. You're donating, right? You have a write-off loss here. There's a certain amount of time you're going to be willing to do that for. 5 years. I mean, at the longest end, you might have someone who just a diehard fan of a school and they're a billionaire. Maybe they do it for 10 years, but there's going to come a point where they're not going to do it. That's why the hedge fund model, though I don't like the idea of hedge funds getting involved in college football in this capacity, the system, there's no other way other than to basically auction off shares of the athletic department, because you need to have a certain level of cash flow that is coming in every single year, and it's not 20 or 30 million that you get next year. It's you need to have access to $300-400 million of cash every year to do things that you want to do. It's not just the players, okay?
300
it's
million. Wow.
The coaches' salaries. Yes. So you have this extra cash to be able to do what you need to do. In order to do that, you have to sell shares. You have to have a hedge fund give a boatload of money that they've raised their initial share amount, and then they're going to sell some of it privately to people that are interested in it. And that's the only sustainable model. And then 10 years from now, they'll sell it to another hedge fund, cash out, and it'll go to that next fund that will be in control of it. That's the only way. That's the only way for it to become, short of, the other way to do it, which would require probably a hedge fund to put cash infusion if you didn't want to give up levels of ownership, but would be that you give them a small percentage of it and they give you the cash for it. And now you're your own you're a regular company. You know what I mean? You're a regular company operating with full profit and loss.
That's
the
what
other way to do
Utah they created a company for them to invest in. But
who did?
You don't think the
who did? I'm sorry, say it again.
I believe Michigan did. I believe Utah did. They created a company. I can't remember the name of it, and that's what they are technically investing in.
Right, but that company would have to become the operator of the university athletic department. They're not the operator. The hedge fund. The difference of the hedge fund is the hedge fund is putting is
and they're only investing in football. They're not doing other sports.
Right, but they're not the owner operator. If the hedge fund becomes the owner operator, right? They put in the cash fund. They're the owner operator. Now they're putting in the corporate structure to operate the university. Not the university. I'm sorry, the athletic department. That is the end. That is the end of college football from
it's already ended.
Loyalty to university state. It's already the end of it already, but it is truly the end, because there's no point in ever every player will be aligned to their contract. That's it. That's all.
They already are.
Right. They already are to an extent. Not all because not everybody's getting. Not everybody, the second offensive lineman is not getting
No, they're not.
But I'm saying once that happens, everybody will be that is playing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, how could they not be, right? How would they not be?
Like I said, Rutgers, they go 5-7 this year, they still get $40 million from the Big Ten, and they're getting this on top of this. Private equity, it was voted down by a lot of the Big Ten schools. They were going to do it throughout the Big Ten, and there were several schools against it. I don't know. You remember hearing about that, Dave?
I do remember that. I just think that it's inevitable. Like, you could fight it off for a little while, or you have to design a corporate structure that you can raise all the money and have
there has to be.
It's accelerated past what I thought. You know what I mean? Like, accelerated. You're going to have a CEO. You're going to have a CEO. I mean,
the problem.
By the way,
is,
to interrupt this. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the NCAA passed on voting on the SCORE Act, which was going to regulate some of this, because the NCAA wanted antitrust exemption, and Congress won't give that to them. So that is why the SCORE Act didn't get voted on or passed. When are people going to get involved? They're not. Every time the NCAA's tried to get involved, they get sued and lose. So no one's going to get involved unless Congress.
Well, I would say this about that. I agree with you, but even the Washington Generals win a game once in a while. So the NCAA is going to win a suit at some point. I don't know when it's going to be.
I hope so.
By the way, here's breaking news for you out of UConn.
Maybe they should sue.
Oh,
Skylar
I want to hear the breaking news.
Skylar Bell has been named a first-team All-American by AP.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I knew that.
No, how could you have known that? It just came out. Not Walter Camp. This is Associated Press. First team all.
That's huge. Okay. That's huge.
It's totally different than Walter Camp, Steve. It has nothing to do with Walter Camp.
I apologize.
I saw he was named Walter Camp All-American yesterday. I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, I said it just came out today.
I didn't think that he would be named.
That's huge. That's a monumental accomplishment.
He has 113 catches. He leads.
Yeah, but he plays for UConn.
He plays for UConn. That's a monumental accomplishment.
You keep throwing these numbers out, and then 95% of the people in the country, much as it goes with the quarterback, they don't give a rat's ass. But for him to be recognized by AP, which is voted on by the media, okay, that's who votes on this. All right, Walter Camp is just named by the people by these anonymous people in New Haven. Walter Camp is voted on by 52 media members who are all on the AP Top 25 voting panel.
By the way, I don't want to get on you, Steve, but I just realized that you have a fundraiser for Air Force on a UConn show on your profile.
Yeah, I do. I put it on my profile. Yeah.
Why?
By the way,
just
to interrupt again, so you two don't start fighting.
Nice.
For you're on a UConn show.
36 players from UConn have been named first team, second team, or honorable mention. So that's a lot more than I imagined. Okay, 36.
Of course they are.
Neither of you were not mentioned on that, by the way. Just so
what was this?
36 UConn players have been first team, second team, or honorable mention. None of them named you guys.
No, that's
well, they had an amazing
that is what
year.
it is.
They had
history. 36 guys, not this year. 36 guys in UConn history have been first team, second team, or All-American.
Well, most of them would have been FCS, though, right? Oh, I guess back in the day it was Division I. Then they just changed for the 80s and 90s to FCS, and then.
Well, I don't even think Dan was an All-American. Was Dan an All-American?
I'm trying to effort information for you because that's what I try to bring facts on this show. Sometimes it's hard to get them in, but I try to bring true facts on this show.
I don't know if Dan was.
I'm trying to look.
Donald Brown maybe will be.
You guys continue arguing about Steve's fetish for the Air Force now that his buddy's the AD there.
Well, I don't have a problem with it, but you're on a UConn show. Like,
you can advertise for your software thing. I can't.
It's my channel. Are you an idiot? It's my
Oh,
channel
okay.
we're on. When you're on your channel, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever you want on your channel.
Okay. So I
Start a
can't
Husky
set up. I'm sorry.
Huddle on your channel. How many followers you have? Do it
Okay,
there.
thank you. Okay,
I noticed Chris
I
D has been
appreciate it.
silent. Do you think I scared him off? I don't want to totally
I
scare
don't
him
know,
off.
man. You might have.
All right, here we go. All Americans. I can get you information. Don't fight, boys. I hate it when you fight. Makes me sad.
You gotta set Steve straight sometimes. He doesn't think with his head. I have it here: Skylar Bell, Christian Haynes, Donald Brown, Todman, pre-FBS,
Tatman was probably a kick returner, right?
Todman was
running back, right?
running back. Yeah, it says running back.
Well, good for him.
Contulis,
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Vinny Clemens,
Daryl Wilson, Mike Walsh, Jordan Todman, Scott Schweitzer, Ken Schweitzer, Ken Miller, Steve McAlowitz, Mike Jansen, Keith Hugger, Christian Haynes, Vernon Hargraves, Dave Gracken, Neil Govin, the putter in the 80s, Mike Gasparino, Jeff Gallagher, David Franks, Rich Foy, Reggie Eccleston, John Dorsey, Mark Didio, DeGennaro was honorable mention, Scott Daniels, Nate Cotton, John Contulis, who played in the NFL, Tavar Kloss, who was a precursor of Steve's, the great Vinnie Clements, Mark Carter, Jim Carrier, Domingo Carlos, Donald Brown, Carl Bond, Troy Ashley, Glenn Antrim, Pat Anglum, and back in 1955, Buddy Amendola. So let's be honest, most of them were in the 1A theories or 1AA theories.
1AA, yeah, 1AA. Right. Oh, but wasn't it? Wasn't it 1A until it became
FBS?
FCS.
No, it was always 1AA. It was always 1AA.
Oh, we were. Yeah, I thought in the 70s it was all one.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm curious on that. I scared Steve off.
I was going to say he's not happy.
Well, he's got to be straightened out sometimes. I mean, come on, you're on a UCONN podcast. I wouldn't tout another university I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't tout UCONN on an Air Force podcast.
Right.
UConn was Division II.
Right.
And went to 1AA in 78.
Right. And then went FCS in 03.
And went FCS in 03. So
that's there's no news. There's no news on the coaching front. We don't know what assistants are coming. I'm sure that's going to wait till after Toledo plays their bowl game and UConn plays its bowl game. And again, I think we want to wrap things up here since part of the puzzle has left.
That's right.
If kids want to opt out, fine, but I think it damages their legacy at UConn, especially the quarterback, because you're 30 yards away from the school record for best single season throwing the ball.
I don't know that it damages whatever his draft situation would be, but I agree. It definitely damages his legacy with UConn. There's no doubt.
Because I think I know we say the word put games on film. Look, they've got all the film on these kids they need. The next thing, they don't need film on somebody playing against Army. They need film from the Senior Bowl or the American Bowl or the East-West Shrine Bowl, and they're going to get it for that. So if a kid thinks if a kid's afraid he's going to get hurt because the offensive line is damaged, that's his decision to make. It makes me sad that it won't be a full team going up to Fenway.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Is there a chance that they couldn't play? Did you talk about that?
No, they will. No, they'll play. I think
they'll have enough guys.
I think it's they'll have plenty of guys. It's just not.
Yeah,
they'll have 80
guys.
It's not. It's not.
North Carolina had 50 last year or 50 something.
Right. And again, we don't know which guys. We're just speculating as to which guys we think aren't going to play. or some have already opted out. We've seen that, but again, we won't know till the week before the bowl game who's going to play and who's going to not. So, an uncomfortable edition of Husky Huddle today.
Ah, yes, yes. Listen, there is. I apologize for being angry, but Steve, I think, and I'm going to talk to him. Like, there's some things that just don't make sense, and that's one of the things that don't make sense to me.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
Like if I'm a Husky fan, a lot of Husky people watch this show, okay? And the first thing I would see that, okay, everyone has sponsors, but no other university would sponsor another university show, right? So you
Right.
wouldn't have
Totally
Boston
agree.
College. I wouldn't go on there and go, Boston College brought to you by UConn, brought to you by Boston College. Like that wouldn't make sense. First of all, it doesn't make sense for that university because it muddies your brand, and it doesn't make sense for a show that we're doing about UConn. So
no, I agree. So you can talk to him and explain to him
I will. I'll handle
the wilds of the world. All right.
Great job. I'll see you.
I'll see you Wednesday. If there is a Wednesday.
There'll be a Wednesday.
Okay. All right, brother. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it.
No doubt.